Hi everyone, it's Miss Judy. Welcome to Kids Formation, the events of Holy Week. Before we get to our lesson, let's take a look at our calendar. Last week was the second Sunday in Lent. Let's click forward one dot to today, and you can see that we are still in the season of Lent. Every year during Lent, we learn about the events of Holy Week. Now remember, when we repeat something, it's not because I think you don't know it or I think you don't remember. It's because it's so important. So when we repeat something, instead of thinking, I know that, you should think, this is important. Let's take a look at our story. Today I'll be reading our story from the Beginner's Bible. This is about what happened on Thursday of Holy Week, the Last Supper. Judas, one of Jesus' friends, had a bad idea. He knew that the leaders were angry with Jesus. He knew they wanted to catch Jesus. Now Judas wanted money more than anything. So he told the leaders that he would show them where Jesus was if they would pay him some money. They paid him 30 pieces of silver. One night, Jesus and his friends were eating supper together. One of you is planning to do something bad to me, Jesus said. Who is it? Asked John. Jesus said, it is the one I give bread to. And then he gave a piece of bread to Judas. Go on, Jesus told him. Do what you are planning to do. Judas got up and left. Only Judas and Jesus knew what Judas's bad idea was. Then Jesus gave thanks and broke some bread. He shared it with his friends. Next, he took a cup of wine and gave thanks. He shared this with his friends too. Whenever you eat the bread and drink the wine, remember me, he said. Then Jesus said, I will not be with you much longer. I have to leave. But do not worry. Do not be afraid. I will come back. You are my friends. Love each other as I have loved you. Around the world, there are countless pieces of art inspired by the Bible. Making art is a great way to remember a lesson. Making the art helps us remember, and also every time we see our artwork, it reminds us of our lesson. So for the events of Holy Week, we're going to be making a timeline. A timeline is a special way of showing events in the order that they happened. So last week we added 4 days to our timeline. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now we can add Thursday, the Last Supper. Now we remember the Last Supper whenever we celebrate the Eucharist together, because Jesus said, whenever you have this wine and this bread, remember me. So it's a very important day to remember. Now, Jesus and his friends, when they got together for the Last Supper, they were celebrating Passover. Do you remember in the summertime when we talked about the Old Testament? And we talked about how in the Old Testament we find the people and places and stories and celebrations that Jesus and his friends knew about. Passover is one of those things. And we'll learn more about Passover this summer. But Jesus and his friends were celebrating Passover. And Jesus chose that special time to have the bread and the wine and his instruction to do that, to remember him. So however you're doing your timeline, you can add Thursday. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5 days on your timeline. I hope you enjoy making artwork for your timeline and that it helps you remember. When you are finished with your artwork, ask someone to take a photo and email it to me before Thursday night, and we will put your artwork in our next video. It'd be wonderful for us all to see each other's artwork. Take care, everyone.